I really don't have another option but to trust someone fully right off the bat.
Yeah, we need to work 100% together because things can go wrong quickly.
For myself, I think that this story shows resilience and accepting disability and trying to do something great with it. I'm proud of myself for staying strong through everything and accepting it and trying something new. And I'm proud of where I was able to get myself.
At 17 years old, he lost his sight. Ski racing was never the plan. 3 years later, he's a World Cup winner, a World Championship silver medalist, but he does not race alone. This is Kalle Eriksson and Sierra Smith. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I know
you so
this
much
is
for
one of
having
the stressful parts of the season, busy parts of the season, but thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much
for having us. We're happy to be here.
Kalle, let's start with you and let's go back to 2021. You're on a glacier in northern Sweden, helping at a training camp. Your father is already a para-alpine national team coach, Lasse. You weren't racing, you were just helping with the timing. And within 24 hours, your vision began fading. What do you remember about that moment and what can you tell us?
To be honest, I didn't really notice anything until later that evening. We had just kind of eaten dinner and I was like looking out of the windows of the condo that we were staying up in Åre in Sweden, and I was like, man, my eyes are feeling a little bit funky right now. Like I was like having a hard time seeing, and my dad was like, maybe you just got a little bit of snow blindness today. Like nothing too serious. It should fade within a couple days. And we were driving back down to my house the next following day in the team van, and we were driving, and I was like, yeah, it's still kind of burning. And he was like, all right, well, let's just go and relax when we get home, and we'll get you into the clinic tomorrow and we'll go check it out. Went to the clinic. The doctor told me, he was like, yeah, you have this. It's just snow blindness. It's like a welder's flash. Here's some eye drops. Take these. You'll be good to go in 5 days. And I was like, okay, sounds good. Sure enough, 5 days comes around. Vision's getting worse. I'm in school trying to read paper. All the lines are squiggling. And I'm like, this is just not right. And so my dad finally called a specialist. I went and saw him the following day, and I was told that I'd be legally blind for the rest of my life.
How do you process that at 17 years of age?
Yeah, it was definitely not what I had pictured. I mean, everything had really changed for me within a week. I was going to school to become a heavy-duty mechanic at the time, kind of like a youth training in trades, and I was looking forward to that and hoping to move back to Canada from Sweden. And yeah, that really changed my original plan at the time. So.
And what was harder, adjusting to daily life or letting go of the version of yourself that you thought you were going to be?
I think letting go of the version of the self that I wanted to be. Adjusting, it came. I was lucky enough to have been able to see for most of my life. And so that transition was easy because your brain kind of makes up things that are supposed to be there. Even if you don't see them there, your brain tells you that it's there. And so just accepting the fact that okay, I'm going to lose my driver's license, which I had just gotten 3 months prior. I'm not going to be able to do my dream job, and my life is going to be a whole lot different from here on out. And so I think that kind of realizing those things, yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow. I can't lie on that front. But
And from that incredibly tough pill to swallow, 1 year later, you receive a call from a visually impaired ski team in Alberta. And your answer is, what the hell? Why not? Your father was already deeply involved in para-alpine skiing. Did that connection make it easier to step into this world, or did it create pressure?
yeah, I think that there was this like dead zone in my life of, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just graduated high school. I was like, okay, either I go and do this and try and do something with it, or I'm going to be a ski bum working the lift in Kimberley Alpine Resort. So I said, sure, let's go. I went and tried it, and I was awful. The first week I was terrible. I could not cross block. leaning inside, falling on my inside ski all the time, which still happens to this day, but a little bit better now. And so I think the first couple weeks of that racing experience was tough, but it also was like I was like it gave me something. I was like, I want to become the best at this that I can be. I was watching my video and I'm like, oh my God, I am shit. But I need to go and get better. And so I think that I motivated myself a lot to just keep pushing through it and not let the pressure get
I
to
mean,
me.
it says here in these notes that we've drawn up from all of our research on you, after 3 days, the coaches tell us that you were already
Yeah.
getting competitive.
Yeah.
That sort of.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I need to go.
What did you feel in those first runs? And did you start to feel that racing was starting to give you something back that perhaps you'd lost?
I think so. It gave me that sense of speed and the sense of like, okay, this is a purpose for me now. Like I there's something that I can do with my disability in skiing, and it kind of made everything almost better in a sense. So yeah, I think that it filled a lost spot for me.
Okay, let's move on to Sierra's story. Sierra, you were competing individually at FIS level, which we know is pretty tough these days from a ski racing perspective with real high quality competition. How were you introduced to para-alpine skiing?
So I had finished my career. I was on the national team, and I, after a couple injuries, called it quits. And then this team that Kalle was on reached out looking for someone to help out in the gym and on snow. And so I came into this role as a coach and nothing else. And then the head coach was like, you know what, you're, not too rusty yet. You've just been retired a couple of years. Why don't you throw on some slalom skis and just hop in front of Kalle? So that was my very first experience with para. I didn't obviously know very much about it before, but very quickly I learned a lot, and it was a really cool experience.
You've been quoted in saying it just kind of fell into our laps.
Yeah.
And the two of you
Mhm.
together at the right time, because obviously this guy's got to ski fast, but you've got to ski even faster.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, for both of us, it's not really where we thought we were going to be right now. It came out of nowhere. I was not looking to be a guide, obviously, and Kalle was looking for a guide. And after skiing with him for the first day, I was like, he is wicked fast. This is so fun. And yeah, here we are 3 years later, and I'm his full-time guide, and we're having a blast.
Take us back to that first run together. No clear plan, no manual. I get it. But what made it click?
I don't even know how to describe it. I think, honestly, we just were like, we have no clue what we're doing. 3, 2, 1, go. And we just started skiing, and he was on my tails, and I was like, okay, he can keep up. Let's give her. And yeah, it just kept getting faster and faster. And yeah, back then I think my skis were probably not very sharp at the time. We didn't have headsets. We were like totally just like Mickey Mouse in it out there, and yeah, we came out on top.
What a story. It's incredible. Let's talk a little bit now about the athlete guide connection, because we're at the Paralympic Games. That is one of the keys to success. In vision impaired skiing, you don't compete alone. Kalle, what does it feel like to ski at downhill speed, trusting only Sierra's voice?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's obviously it's what I'm used to at this point, and so it's an easy thing for me to, like, I get these cute, like, I joke around a lot with the guys on the team. It's like, oh, I don't even need to go out for inspection. I have a live inspector right in front of me the entire time. So listening to the cues and what she says, it's yes, I have a lot of trust in her, but it helps a lot when you know the person in front of you is a confident skier. You know that they're not going to be lying to you, if that makes sense. I would hope that Sarah would not lie to me going down the hill.
Now I've got to go to you now then, Sierra. What does it feel like knowing your communication
Mhm.
shapes every turn?
I know. It's cool to be out there and be in that experience. It's a completely different sport for me now, skiing with a partner, with someone following me and having that trust in me. But honestly, it's really fun. But yeah, we need to work 100% together all the time to make sure we're on the same page and we know what we're doing out there, because things can go wrong quickly.
I mean, it's fast. I mean, it's very fast, to be
Mhm.
honest. Over 100 kilometers per hour,
Mhm.
hitting speed 60, 70 miles per hour. We're not fooling around here. How do you build trust at that level? Is it repetition? Is it emotional intelligence? Is it shared time away from skiing? What is the key here?
I think that like for Sierra it might be completely different, but for myself, I mean, obviously I've worked mostly with Sierra, but the other couple of times that I've worked with a guide, and like I really don't have another option but to trust someone fully right off the bat. Um, but it's like obviously to create that good guide athlete relationship, there needs to be that that trust that's built outside of the skiing side of things, which I think Sierra and I have done an incredible job on through trying out different sports, just playing around with stuff that it yeah, anything helps a bunch just to find that extra bit of trust.
Yeah. We've gone mountain biking, we've gone rock climbing, line dancing, all sorts of things. Just keep working on it on the off season,
Yeah.
and then just repetition, like you said, skiing. And we're learning all the time as we go. Nothing like, oh, you know what? Let's just try something new. Let's say a different thing. Let's do this. We haven't figured it out yet. No one has, so we're just learning.
And I've also read and followed many athletes change guides
Mhm.
throughout their career. It's not uncommon for your great rivals to turn up with a different guide. Therefore, your pairing really, truly does work. And Callie, is that fair to say that is one of the golden keys to your very quick success?
I would say so. I think that um that Sierra was good right off the start, and that we were both figuring out the whole visually impaired skiing thing together. We were both learning, and so we kind of built our own cheat sheet, if you will. And we've stuck to that cheat sheet, and there's not a guide coming in like this, a guide coming in like this. Oh, you're going to ski behind this guy today. It's consistent, it's good. We know what to expect going into a race day, and I think that that is such a key to being successful in visually impaired skiing.
When professional became personal, I've promised Sierra I won't dig too deep here, but it is a wonderful part of this story. And I think it's only fair that your fans get to hear. Over time, the partnership evolved from athlete and guide to close friends to a couple. Now, we won't make it the focus because I believe performance comes first. That's what we're here for. But let's just give a little bit of the story. How did that evolution happen? Naturally?
Yeah, I think pretty naturally. I mean, obviously we spend a lot of time together all year long. So, I'd already been guiding Kalle for like a year or so, and we got along literally from day one. Our first chairlift ride up, I think we clicked immediately, and then we were keeping it professional and skiing primarily. But yeah, it evolved.
And Callie, does that being together strengthen the trust? You've only got 6% vision.
No, I don't think it has, to be honest with you. I think that our relationship is very much so focused on, okay, the second it's a ski day, it's work. And then once it's done, it's over. And I mean, there might have something to do with it, but I don't think so. I think that it's just we have a very good trust in one another from what we do on a daily basis when it comes to skiing.
That's a great answer. Does it add new layers of complexity?
I think we're pretty good on it, like Kalle said, at keeping it separate. Once we're on a ski hill, we're on the ski hill. When we're at home, we're at home. So, yeah, we try not to blend them up too much.
And I like those words, Callie. When it's game day, when it's race day, you're professionals.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is maybe the key to the whole successful part of that story.
Yeah,
Could be.
it's been working out pretty well so far.
Okay. Let's get away from all of that personal stuff. But it is very Lovely. And we'll have a little laugh about it right at the end of this podcast. Let's talk about pressure. Let's talk about Milano Cortina.
Mhm.
We're here. It's
Mhm.
the big one. And the Para Tour's had its ups and downs this season, like the World Cup Tour. Some tough weather conditions, tough snow conditions. Most importantly, Milano Cortina 2026 for this exciting partnership. It's your very first Paralympic Games.
Yeah.
How does it feel knowing expectations for you guys are growing? That's why we want you on this podcast. You know, you're the hottest couple in town.
Woo.
So, what do you feel about the expectations that... And I've got to say another thing here. Canada's so bloody good in the Paralympics at visual impaired medal
Mhm.
grabbing. They've taken one home. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think for the past 5 Olympics, they've won a visually impaired medal. No pressure then.
No.
How are you feeling?
Yeah,
Arriving here yesterday.
Big shoes to fill. I can't lie there. I mean, Mac and Chris before me are
Yeah.
2 very great athletes, and they've had great success. I'm happy that the reign of VI skier has been kind of passed down to me, and I've got a lot of tips from them. Thankfully, that they're Canadian and they're willing to share secrets with me. But yeah, I think that there's obviously a lot of nerves and excitement going into this. I don't necessarily want to say that I feel pressure coming from the outside, but more so pressure that I'm putting on myself going into this games. Obviously, I want to do well, but the more pressure I put on myself, the worse it'll go. So I'm gonna try and enjoy the ride and the experience, and feel some good wind in my face going down the Tofana pitch tomorrow, and it should be fun.
It will be fun. Kalle, another quick question. You've been named Canada's Para-Alpine Athlete of the Year. And again, you know, the history of para-alpine from Canada is a big wow factor. But does that recognition change the way you approach competition? They think you're one of them, basically.
To be honest with you, I kind of forgot that I got that named that this year, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about injuries.
Mhm.
I think you've both had to deal with them. Knee surgery, shoulder injury. How do these kind of setbacks reshape ambition?
Yeah,
I-
I mean we've had quite a few of them this year in the past, but I think together like it's made us grow and learn a lot from it. And in the end, I think it's made us stronger and better people. And yeah, that's behind us now. And right now we're moving on to the games here, and that's our focus. So
That's a
yeah.
great answer. And Sierra, how do you balance your own competitive identity with guiding someone else's success? First of all, we think it's super cool that you're a lady guiding this very fast gentleman here. But how do you deal with your own competitive identity, knowing that so often in visually impaired racing, it's Kalle that gets the glory, not so much the guide?
Honestly, they are really good about it. When Kalle gets a medal, I get a medal. So I get to go up on the podium and enjoy it just as much as he does. It definitely was a change going from my own individual career to a team sport. But Kalle is really good at making it a team sport. I am part of the whole journey. We're enjoying it together, and luckily he's really fast, so my competitive edge gets really excited because I can go out there and ski fast too, and he can. I just tell him to keep up, and and it's a lot of fun.
Is that important to you, Kalle? We had Jesper Pedersen here earlier today, and Jesper says you compete on your own on the mountain, you're a double act,
Mhm.
but the team camaraderie is key for him. He likes to think he's a Viking like all of those other Alpine Vikings. Is that something that's important for you, Kalle, this team bond?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, like going back to what Sierra said, and like I'm not able to do this without her. So in that sense, yes, this is very much a team sport. But then looking at the bigger picture of our team itself, it's a huge part. I'm really close friends with the guys on the team, and it makes for a really great atmosphere. I mean, we're living together for 6 months out of the year and sharing beds. So being close with the guys on the team and the rest of the teammates is a huge part for me. And I'm very grateful that we have such a close team within the para team in Canada. And Yeah, it's great.
Good words. Speaking of teams, we're going to move on to the next part of this podcast, which is called Icy Slope. First of all, they don't know who it is. And secondarily, they don't know what the questions are.
All right, Kalle, Sierra, we're in Cortina waiting for downhill training 1 tomorrow. Everybody's excited, so I have a couple of questions for you. So, Kalle, according to the interview the other day, you started with putting everything on the right-hand side on first. What would happen if you would make a mistake and start with something on the left?
Okay, that's a great question. So yes,
From
as
your dad?
my
You
father
can
said,
tell he's a coach. That's such a coachy question.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
I put everything on the right side on first. I don't know. I don't know if that comes from when I used to play hockey, putting on right skates and right gloves, and it's just something that stuck with me. And I've had technicians that try and knock my left boot off first before I put in the ski, and I'm like, no, do not do that. I don't know what would happen if I did that, but I think that it would probably throw me off for the rest of the day, and I'd be thinking about something terribly happening.
Okay. Is there a subliminal message in there saying, let's not let things like that distract us? You can tell your dad's giving you getting you thinking from a coaching perspective.
Yeah,
Great
honestly.
question. Is there more?
Yeah, there's more.
Second question, the two of you together are traveling very heavy with skis. How many pairs of skis are too many?
That's
How
a good
many
question,
skis are
yeah.
too many?
I don't think we have too many.
Yeah, I think Sierra and I are traveling with the fleet of together probably about 30, I want to say.
30
skis.
pairs of skis.
Yes,
And that's
so-
across downhill, super G,
Yeah.
giant slalom, combined mix of
Yeah.
both.
Yeah,
That's a lot of skis.
Hmm.
I don't think you can have too many skis.
I know quite a few able-bodied World Cup racers that will agree with you. there.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
No.
Yeah.
Add in a couple of free skis in there too. It's good.
And you like tinkering with them? Does now your vision is going, do you have a feeling for those skis that maybe wasn't there before?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, obviously, this is since I started this, and especially being named on the Canadian team, working with a World Cup technician, AJ, who used to work with the men's team. There's a big difference I can tell that I can feel when a ski is like slightly duller or sharper, or if it's like I can tell right away. It's definitely changed. But that might also be him that's playing tricks on me to see if I'm paying attention.
Keep going,
He is that
AJ.
kind
Don't
of
stop.
guy.
Don't stop. Keep playing those tricks.
What is more painful, crashing or missing the podium with a couple of hundreds?
Oh, missing the podium.
Missing the podium. If I ski out and something goes wrong, knock on wood right now, at least the race is over. At least I didn't cross the line and look up at the board and see that I'm off the podium by
Yeah.
200ths, because that stings. That feels like a knife to the chest.
Does it hurt you, Sierra?
Yeah, well, I'm the one who has to break the news to him too.
Yes, you have to tell him.
I look up at the board, so I have to agree with Kalle.
Couple of more tough questions, then we'll get into the fun part. When skiing ends, what do you hope this story represents?
For myself, I think that this story shows resilience and accepting disability and trying to do something great with it. I think that obviously I had a tough couple of years before getting into this whole thing, and I'm proud of myself for staying strong through everything and accepting it and trying something new. And I'm proud of where I was able to get myself. And so I think that reflecting on it all, obviously I want to go out and do well, but when I look at the bigger picture, I've achieved a lot, and I'm happy for that and what I've overcome through this journey. So
It's great words. And Sierra, it's not just about the medals, is it really? I mean, it's nice getting the medals, but there is something much deeper, much more meaningful. And I get the impression that's why you're here as well.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, getting this like second chance to come back to the sport I love and to do it with Kalle, yeah, it means so much more than just the medals. Day-to-day skiing, having fun, learning, growing, like what we're doing out here is amazing. Like I cannot complain. Every day is fantastic, and so yeah, just the journey we've been on itself is more than I can ask for, more than any medal. So it's been amazing.
Kalle, are you proud that you're motivating other visually impaired youngsters?
Yes, I am. It's a weird for me to kind of be in that place now. I mean, when I first started losing my vision, and obviously Mac Marcoux was kind of out with injuries a little bit, but he was still racing, and I was like looking up to him, and I was having phone calls with him. I'm like, what do I need to do for this? How do I do that? And for me to be that guy now is a weird feeling. I didn't think it was gonna happen as quick as it did, but here we are. So.
It's a beautiful part of the story,
Mhm.
I have to say. Right, here we go. This is called Rapid Fire. You got to answer this question as quick as you can. No time to think, no time to dither. I just want to hear, okay? And no overthinking. And both of you, very, very quickly, please. Because, and obviously, she goes first when she's on the mountain, so she can go first with me.
Okay.
So, slalom or downhill?
Downhill.
Follow.
Whoa! Lead or follow?
Lead.
Follow.
There you go. That was an easy one. They do get harder. A globe or a Paralympic medal?
Paralympic medal.
That's a hard one. A globe shows off so much hard work and time and pressure and blood and sweat and tears. And a Paralympic medal does that too, but only once every 4 years. Can I go 50-50 on that?
Okay, a lot of people do go 50-50,
Yeah.
but you'd be surprised how many superstars from the alpine skiing world say globe because of exactly what you've just said, Kalle. They really do feel that it shows a long battle rather than the Olympics. It's that day. It's that moment, which you're going to win, by the way. Best victory so far?
Cortina slalom 2 years ago.
Tarvisio slalom 2 years ago as well.
It's interesting that they're different. Very interesting. Toughest defeat? I told you they were getting harder.
Second at World Champs last year because I was leading in the first run and I lost it by just the nick of a finger.
I agree.
Okay, here we go. These had to happen. Who is more competitive?
Yeah, probably me.
Kalle?
Who is more patient?
Kalle?
Me.
Who gets nervous first?
Me.
Kalle?
Who calms the other down?
Sierra.
Ah, there we go. Thank God Sierra's got one on the board here. Who gets angry first?
Kalle.
Mix.
Pardon?
A mix.
Kalle.
Okay. Who apologizes first?
Me.
Kalle.
Who is more stubborn?
Sierra.
Me.
That's a both together. That's good. Who pushes harder in training?
Well, we have to push at the same
Yeah,
pace or
yeah.
else it's not going to work out.
Who overthinks more?
Me.
Kalle.
Start gate silence or last second words?
This is a weird one because I can hear in the headset, I hear Kalle talking to himself.
Silence.
Okay.
Until the very last second when I can hear my ski tech yelling at me to go.
Yeah.
That fires me up. It gets me going.
Mountain biking or line dancing?
Mountain
biking.
Big party night or a quiet wine at home?
Big party night.
Quiet at home.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Early bird.
Oh, we're getting there now. Who plans the future?
No future plans?
Yeah.
Okay. One word, and you can scream in on this one, to describe your partnership.
Trust.
I would have to say trust too.
Okay. One word to describe each other. Sierra, you want to go first?
Perseverance.
Resilience.
Those are two very good ones. Mine is, I think you're both bloody amazing. Milano Cortina 2026, podium or perfect run?
Podium all the way.
Podium with a perfect
That's
run.
a bit of a silly question. I apologize for that one. 5 years from now, still racing together?
We'll see. I might go look at some school for a bit there, but I'll come back.
Yeah, I think that we're kind of in a spot right now where Sierra's kind of looking at going into school next year, so we'll see what happens here.
You remind us that skiing isn't always about seeing the line. Sometimes it's about trusting the voice that guides you through it. Your story is about connection, resilience, and partnership. And that might be the most powerful force in sport. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for having us.
Thank
and
you so
sharing
much, Nick.
all of the story, not just the bits about medals. It's very cool. And most importantly, from everybody that enjoys Alpine Pulse, at your first Paralympic Games, grab all the medals.
We'll try our
Yeah.
best.
Grab them all. And to all of our listeners, you know the drill. Thank you for joining us. You can subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, all of the platforms we're on now, and learn more about the heroes of winter sport. Many thanks for your company. It's goodbye for now. Alpine Pulse is an official podcast of the FIS, produced by Maniac Studios.